Damn it. Damn it. StreamYard's is being a prick. Oh, I'm drinking beer. What are you drinking? It's Friday. I thought, hey, I'm done doing all I got to do for my Friday. So I stream a little bit, see who's out there. See who may want to come along and have a chat. Have a drink or smoke a bowl. We don't discriminate here. Well, bourbon is good. It's an acquired taste, kind of like scotch. But my buddy got me to drinking scotch. But I can't do the hard stuff anymore. It makes my stomach hurt the next day. And yeah, I like to be able to eat me a little bit of breakfast, even if it's just coffee and egg and a toast. So, oh, hang on, let me show y'all something. Hang on.
If you don't mind, Mr. Tuck, I'll wind up your action.
That would please me very much. And you may call me Tick-Tock.
Why won't you turn to stone just like everybody else?
Because I am not alive and never will be, thank goodness.
Let me show you that again. One more time. It's from a movie called Return to Oz, and that little girl is Feruza Balk. If you know who that is, if you've ever seen The Craft, the movie The Craft with the witches, she's the one that went crazy. Yeah, she's the one that went crazy in the end. So this is like back in the 80s and shit. Back in the 80s and shit. Excuse me. But yeah, it's good. It's a good movie. You should give it a watch.
If you don't mind, Mr. Tuck, I'll wind up your action.
That would please me very much. And you may call me Tick-Tock.
Why won't you turn to stone just like everybody else?
Because I am not alive and never will be, thank goodness.
Damn it, StreamYards. What the fuck? I mean, I guess it's Friday, so. Um, but yeah, it's a good movie. You should watch it. It's fucking dark. Goddamn,
That
see?
would please me
See what I'm
very
saying?
much. And you may call me Tick-Tock.
Stream.
Why
And then
won't
it
you turn to
automatically
stone
goes
just
right
like
back.
everybody else?
Because I am not.
Bam. Maybe it'll stay gone now for a minute. Jesus. We're gonna update all our stuff and it'll be a whole lot better. Yeah, uh-huh. I'm I'm TikToking over here. Okay, does anybody want to join? Hey, I will drop a link if somebody wants to join. Yeah, The Craft was a good movie. Yeah. And that little girl, she was like, I don't know, fucking 12 or some shit, 10 or 12 when she made that Return to Oz movie. And it is some dark, dark shit. Hey, if you want to watch it, go ahead. But I'm telling you, it's like watching A Clockwork Orange. You prepare yourself. Be prepared when you watch that movie. Well, okay. Spoiler alert for a 9,000-year-old movie. The Queen does what my sister did with her Barbie and their heads. She would switch them around. Yeah, that's what the Queen does in this movie. So it's weird. You got to watch it. It's just a weird ass movie, but it's good. It's called Return to Oz. Early mid '80s. I'm thinking just look up Veruza Balk, and that's like one of her very first movie roles on IM. Look it up on IMDb, and it'll be there, and you can find it somewhere. I'm sure. Probably on Max because everything's on Max now. God damn, I'm tired of that commercial. I have HBO. I have yet to log into my Max account. No, no, no. If you're going to show crap on the channels that I've subscribed to, why the hell would I want to go to Max? You're going to show crap on there too. I mean, duh. Okay, hang on. Let me do something real quick. So, well, okay. Apparently, it's not anybody's internet service. StreamYard's fucked something up, and nothing is working now. It took me 10 minutes to get the link pinned for anybody who wants to join. It's not you, it's StreamYard or YouTube, one or the other. Which, that's par for the course. But there's the link. I think it pinned. I don't know. It said it pinned. Uh, but the link's in the chat if you want to join up. Come in and have a conversation, talk about something. Have a drink. Have a toke. Yeah, that's about the extent of it for me. Alcohol, it's beer. Every once in a while, that twisted tea stuff is good. It is too good, and it is too expensive. So, I mean, I've drank it before. I like it. It is nice, but other than the twisted tea, I just drink beer and I smoke pot. So, because I found a good dispensary that gives reasonable prices. So, I mean, I hope everybody sees I'm live. I don't know. Sometimes YouTube clues people in, and sometimes it doesn't. That's fucking YouTube. Okay, hang on. Let me do this here then again, since everybody seems to like that pretty good. My my online friend. He is a friend. I will call him an online friend because we get along good and we ain't never had no real spats. We've disagreed about shit because everybody does, but um, yeah, he made that TikTok thing for me. Yeah, the wind up my action and shit. Yeah. Well, that's a whole that scene is like maybe 5 minutes, and she winds up his thinking, his what else is it? His thinking. Fuck, I can't think of it right now. It's thinking, his action, his I want to say movement, but action and movement are kind of the same thing. So I'm not really sure. You'd have to go. You'd have to go watch the movie. Well, I would highly recommend watching the movie if you can take some weird shit. My tablet is about to fucking die. And a lot of people would go, "Yay, your tablet's about to die." Okay, go hook your computer up. Okay.
That would please me very much. And you may call me Tick-Tock.
That's another.
Why weren't you turned to stone just like everybody else?
Because I am not alive and never will be, thank goodness.
Yeah, you had to wind up his thinking too. He had a winder for his thinking, his action, um, his movement. I think. God, like I said, go watch the movie.
If you don't mind, Mr. Talk, I'll wind up your action.
That would please me very much. And you may call me Tick-Tock.
Why weren't you turned to stone just like everybody else?
Because I am not alive and never will be, thank goodness.
Oh, hey, number two with fries. How you doing? You having a good Friday? Is that a Royale with cheese and fries? Number two? Just asking. I'm just asking. Fuck StreamYard. What are you doing tonight? Goddamn, I decide I want to go live on Friday night. Oh no, we're gonna be all fucked up. Okay, fair enough. Jesus. Well, okay. If nobody wants to join, I mean, I'll go for, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour. I mean, I can talk to myself for an hour. That's no big thing. I've done it before. So, who's having shitty weather? Tell me about it. It has been hot as fucking a witch's balls up here. Well, hello, purple. I mean, Antichrist. I'm sorry.
Hello.
How was your day?
Physically a lot of pain, mentally pretty good.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
better that. Well, better that way than the other way. I mean, come on, think about it.
yeah. I've just got one of those things that I pulled a muscle in my side 20 years ago, so it goes real easy now. Half the time I
Oh,
don't know how I did it.
well, I mean, uh, I had a slight accident out working on the fields with my employer, and my ribs got cracked, three of them. And whenever it rains or it's going to snow, it feels like somebody's stabbing me in my left side. So I get it. I
Yep.
totally get it. Yeah.
Yeah, some pains will linger for the rest of your life.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm a good weather forecaster though. I can go, ow. Okay, yeah, it's gonna rain.
Oh,
So what are you up to on a Friday night?
not much. Actually, I was getting about ready to turn in when I saw that you were live, so
Oh, okay. Okay. Have you ever seen that movie, Return to Oz?
no, I haven't.
Please do yourself a favor. If you like dark, twisted movies, watch that. It's not fucking The Wizard of Oz. It's not. It is not that.
Yeah, I
It's not even. Well, what is that one that what's his name did?
I think I
Had
actually saw part of it at one time, but I never saw the whole thing.
oh okay. Yeah, it's worth a good watch. Yeah, it is. It kind of ends the way that The Wizard of Oz ends, sort of in a way, kind of, but not really. You just gotta watch
It wasn't a dream. This is the reality. The rest of your life was a dream.
it. Exactly. Exactly. There's a few native tribes that believe that that the life we live is actually a dream, and when we go to sleep, that's the real world. Yeah, there are a few.
Yep. Oh yeah, but like, yeah, my mind has just been surprisingly quiet today. That doesn't happen to me very often.
Well, you know. We all got to gear down.
Yeah, well, I didn't even do it intentionally. It's just been that way today that, usually there's a dozen things running through my head about projects I haven't finished. And I don't know, today it just hasn't been bothering me like that. Even my characters have shut up for a while.
Yeah.
Normally, if my brain's not doing anything else, my characters are trying to narrate stories that I'm supposed to write down.
Fair enough.
Now I just
Well,
have a kitty cat that keeps yelling at me that he's not getting enough attention.
see, that's why. Well, that's why when Pepper, my long-haired Dotson rescue dog, died, I was like, "Look, I'm not doing this anymore. Not anymore. Well,
Mm.
maybe in like 10 years, I might get a dog, but not now. No, no, not now. It's like he was my friend. He was my buddy. He'd crawl up in the chair and sleep with me. And then, yeah, when he had a stroke and died, and yeah, went blind and all that other good stuff, I was just like, no, I'm done.
I get what you mean, but I've always lived with cats, and well, usually they wind up overlapping, so there's always at least one around.
Oh, sure, I've got feral cats that run around here and they kill the field mice. So yeah, I'll give them that. But
Yeah,
I have a pet groundhog. He lives under my shed. Apparently, he's made some kind of palace under my shed in the ground. And yeah, he is gray. He's not black. He's gray. That's how old he is.
yep.
And I don't know. He's been there for as long as I can remember. So
When I lived in New York, I had wound up redomesticating 3 cats from the feral colony. I just started with feeding them out on the deck, and eventually they got to know me well enough to come into the house.
wait, in New York?
Yeah, I lived in
Okay.
Syracuse, New York for 5 years.
Okay. Okay. Wait, you didn't find you a pet alligator? Come
No,
on. Oh, bad luck, I guess.
one of those cats liked hunting snakes.
Oh,
Um,
I think the snakes that I have around here would hunt the cats. I'm
yeah.
I'm just saying. They're big
Oh, yeah.
snakes.
If they're big enough, they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a couple times a month, I'd find a snake on the deck with just 2 punctures behind its head. So she knew exactly where to hit them.
Oh, sure. Okay. Well, I mean that's like a cat thing. They'll grab you by the neck. Lions and tigers and cougars and yeah, all the way down to a damn kitty cat. They'll grab you by the neck. Yeah.
Yep.
That's some kind of instinct that they've developed over the years.
Well, actually, the young cats do learn to hunt usually by watching their mother. So a lot of it is learned behavior.
I had this one cat. We called her Crazy Cat, CC. That was her nickname, CC. But her name was Crazy Cat. She would chase, the kind of big brown spiders, the house spiders that'll run around on the
Yep.
floor.
Yep.
She would run up to them and put her paw on it, and they would play dead. Okay, it's playing dead. She'd take her paw off of it and just cross her uh, legs and look at it. When it moved again, bam, paw on it. Eventually, she ate her. Eventually, but it
Yep.
took her a while.
Cats do actually have trouble seeing things, close up if they're not moving.
Yeah,
That's why
that yeah,
pointing doesn't work with cats. If you drop a treat and you point to it on the floor, they're not going to find it until they smell it because they really can't see it when it's that close.
exactly. Yep, yep. Well, everybody thinks dogs are colorblind. They're not. They
Yep.
just prefer like blue and what is the other color? Because they could see them better. It is
Yeah.
blue and is it yellow?
I don't know. Everybody says that cats are colorblind too, but I know cats can definitely pick out red from other colors.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
I had this one cat when I lived in St. Paul that anytime we moved the couch, we would just find a pile of any little red things that were small enough for her to carry away.
Right,
And it was
right.
specifically red because like I'd have a bin of Lego dumped out, and there's like 50 different colors in there, and she would only take the red pieces.
Mhm. Well, maybe that was her favorite color. I mean,
Yeah,
come on. I mean,
yeah. Well,
yeah.
that's just what she liked to cut. Yep. Yeah, but I mean, it was clear that she could tell the colors apart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had a friend who was like more colorblind than I was. Well, I am. Uh, and I was like, what is it like to be red, green, colorblind? And he's like, what are red and green? Define red and green. I was like, well, that's fair.
Yeah,
That, that is fair.
I'm a bit colorblind. I have a lot of trouble telling shades from black and navy blue into the dark greens. I have a lot of trouble picking those apart.
Oh, yeah. If it's not like a bright shade of blue, if it's a dark like indigo, like you said, I can't. It looks black. Okay.
Yep.
You say it's blue, but to me it looks black. Yeah. I do that with every color. The shades are what throw me off. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is for all different animals, and for people have them in different ratios, but it's a matter of the ratio of the rods to cones in your eyes. That
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
if you have more cones, you've got better color vision. If you have more rods, you have better night vision. So you get one or the other. You can't have both. I've got
Yeah.
excellent night vision.
So do I. If I go out in the daytime without my automatically tinting glasses on, I can't see shit.
Yeah.
But at night now, I can walk out there and navigate just fine because
Yep.
yeah, because the sun's not making me cry.
Oh yeah. At
It
night.
does. Yeah, I've literally
Yeah.
went out in the day to go to the store and then driving down the road and I'm like, what am I crying for? Oh, the sun. The sun is making me cry. So,
Yeah. The sun gives me headaches.
mhm.
That's the thing that I hate most about COVID is it took away the 24-hour stores. I can't go grocery shopping at 2 a.m. anymore.
Well, there is a 24-hour Walmart that is like 30 fucking 5 miles from here,
Mm.
but I haven't been there. I haven't been there since before COVID. So
The
I'm like,
ones here
oh,
used to be 24 hours, but yeah, now they're only open till 11 o'clock.
yep. There used to be two or three 24-hour gas stations around here, but they're gone now. No. Uh-uh. Like you said, if you don't come between 8 and 11, you ain't getting gas from them. Uh-uh.
Well, most of the gas stations, the pump will take credit cards. It doesn't matter if they're open or not.
Well, what you got to do is watch that credit card slot because there are crooks that will put credit card readers into those slots that are small and you may not notice them. But if you
Yep.
look closely, yeah,
Yeah, it's like a faceplate they snap on that it can read the numbers.
yep, steal your shit. Yep. excuse me. Shit.
I think Kitty still thinks I need to make up for being gone for a week.
Look, my she's a bleeding heart. My sister that's a nurse is a bleeding heart. She will adopt puppies.
Yep.
She adopted one for her. She adopted one for her husband, my brother-in-law. Oh my God! My mom's out there staying with him right now. Um, I don't know when she'll be back. She might not come back. But anyway, it's a 2 month old and a 1 month old puppy. Okay, you already see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
Well, they went to a what was it? Was it a thrift store or was it a flea market? Anyway, my niece and sister and brother-in-law went to whatever it was, thrift store or whatever, and the whole time my brother-in-law was gone, my brother-in-law's 2 month old puppy, he got the 2 month whined and cried and yapped. And my mom called me and said, "Can you come here and get this dog?" And I'm like, "No." A, I don't want the dog, and B, it's like fucking 400 miles to get to where you are.
Yep.
So she says, "It will not shut up and it will not quit shitting everywhere." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, it's a puppy, so you know." Well, I didn't sign up for this. I said, "I didn't either."
Yeah, I just left Sammy upstairs with Soft Girl and Petunia.
uh,
And he and
oh,
Petunia seem to have finally at least gotten far enough to, well, we'll just ignore each other. So
that's
at least
right,
they're not going after each other anymore.
right. You don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. Fair enough. I
Well,
get it.
Sammy has been bullied by every female he's been with.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so Petunia slaps him and he just cowers and goes and hides under the bed. Now, he hasn't figured out yet that she's declawed and he isn't. If he ever slapped back, it would be no contest.
Oh, right. I get you. It's like, you look here. I'm telling you. You better back home.
Yeah, they were both rescues from the shelter. Petunia was already declawed. We would never do that to a cat.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of mean to do to a cat. Especially if you're going to let it outside. I mean, shit. It's got no way to defend itself if it ain't got no claws. If you let
Yeah.
it outside. Yeah. Well, that's where Pepper came from. This guy, um, he would rescue dinosaurs. He had 15, maybe, in his house. I don't know how he took care of them. Don't ask me. I can't tell you. I didn't. Pepper was the one that came up to me, and I was like, "Okay, well, let's go." And he was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go. Get me the hell out of here."
Well, you know, dachshunds are the favorite dogs of cowboys.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I
well,
can see that.
you just ask them and they'll all tell you, get a long little doggy.
Uh, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I don't know if I've told this story before, but I don't know if I've told it to you. Um, Pepper, when we first got him, whenever any delivery guy came to the door, or the mailman, the UPS guy, the
No,
FedEx
don't.
guy, he would start barking and sound like a Rottweiler. He sounded like he was huge. He had a roar, ruff, 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 ruff. And I would laugh because one time he did that to the UPS guy, and the UPS guy dropped the package and took off running. It's like he's just a little wiener dog. What are you running for?
A very convincing bluff.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's why I was mad when he went blind. Well, I wasn't mad at him. I was mad because he went blind because he quit
Yeah.
barking when he went blind. He couldn't see nothing. I thought he couldn't hear nothing, but it's that he couldn't see anything because I let him outside one time to go to the bathroom. He went to the bathroom, did his business, sniffed around, and then he sat down behind my truck and stared at the sun because that's the only thing he could see, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I knew he was older than they told me he was. Oh, he's only like 7, 8 years old. No, he's not. He's older than that.
Yeah.
Don't feed me no bullshit. He was about 12, and I had him for 3 or 4 years. And yeah, you know, hey, I fed him tuna. I fed him fucking chicken off the bone. I fed him fucking hamburger. I mean, he didn't eat dog food. He ate good food.
For a couple of years, I was feeding my late fiance's cats, tuna and eggs because it was actually cheaper than the cat food.
Yeah.
So I'd
If you
just mix a
buy,
raw egg into a can of tuna and I'd give them that.
well, if you can buy cans of sardines for $1, you know,
Yep.
shit, he'll eat 2 sardines and be happy as a fucking clam. Yeah. Especially if they're packed in mustard. He loved those things. He loves sardines packed in mustard.
Huh.
I had to look around for those.
That's
Sometimes they have them,
surprising. They
sometimes.
likes the spicier ones.
Well, he was a Dotson. What do you want?
Yep.
Hey, whenever it thunderstormed up here, and it thunderstorms up here a lot, he would run under my bed and hide. And if you tried to get him out, he would bite you. He would fucking bite you. I was like, okay, hey, I slid the food under the bed, and hey,
Yep. He need to be sheltered for that.
yeah. I mean, I don't know what he was exposed to because I just got him from the rescue guy.
Yeah.
I didn't ask a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, with rescue pets, you don't really know their history. You have to kind of just watch them and guess and figure stuff out the best you can.
Yeah, see how they act and react, and that's what you got
Yep.
to do.
Petunia took her 4 years to stop biting me. Well, I shouldn't say stop. It's down to her only biting me a couple times a week now instead of every day.
Didn't you say she only bites you on the ankles now,
Well,
or
she
was that?
no, mostly she gets overstimulated. If I pet her too much, she'll flip around and bite my wrist.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's okay. She understands, and like I say, I don't know her history. She was obviously severely abused and starved. She has a weird hang up about her food. So, I'm glad that Sloth Girl took her in because most people would have never tolerated going through that with her in the beginning. So, anyone else, she probably would have been returned to the shelter and ended up being destroyed. Took a lot of patience. But she's a good kitty now.
She did what now?
Yeah,
That was my.
she's a good kitty now. Actually, mostly the bites are, sometimes we play a little rough.
Oh, I had a cat. He was called Blackie because he was black with black stripes, and you could only see the black stripes if you looked at him a certain way in the sun. And you're like,
Hmm.
yeah, he does have black stripes. Look, he would tear my forearms up We would play, and his claws would just be like. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
ow. I love you, cat, but ow.
Yeah, I constantly have cuts and scratches on my arms and legs from the cats. Yeah, Sammy doesn't mean to do it, but he's got a weird kind of mutation that he only has 5 fingers, but he has 6 claws. Each of his thumbs has 2 claws coming out of it.
Oh, my great grandfather had a
Yeah,
herd of fucking cats that had the what is it?
yeah, the polydactyl.
Hemingway, the Hemingway thing. They all
Yep.
had 6 toes on each foot. Yeah, yeah, that
Yeah.
thing.
But just because of that, Sammy can't fully retract his claws. They're always sticking halfway out.
Oh, okay.
So, I know he doesn't mean to, but when he gets on my lap and tries to get settled in, he's perforating my leg if I don't have, something,
Yeah, exactly.
if I'm not wearing jeans or something thick enough to cover it.
Uh-huh.
So I wind up with a lot of little puncture marks, but, I don't mind. I know he can't do anything about it.
I would be sitting there playing a game on the computer, and what was that cat's name? It wasn't Crazy Cat, and it wasn't Blackie. It was one my sister rescued. Shit, what was her name? Claudia? Something like that. Anyway, I would be sitting there on the computer playing the game, all into my game and shit. She'd jump on my shoulders and start to knead and then lay down
Mm-hmm.
and be like, this is where I want to be. I was like, God damn, is that where you want to be? Are you sure that's where you want to be? But yeah.
My ex's cat. One time when I was going down on her, and she was making a lot of noise and really into it. And while this is all going on, her cat decided to climb up and curl up on my back. So her cat is, it would have been a bad time for me to stop. So her cat is going to take a nap on my back while I'm finishing her.
Oh shit. Well, you were half a furry. So I mean there's that. I mean you were like half or a quarter, depending on how big the cat was.
Yeah. And then we had a chow who
Oh man.
well we got when she was only like 6 or 8 weeks old. So she grew up with just the cats with no dogs around.
Mhm.
So she got up to 60 pounds and didn't realize that she had gotten bigger than the cats. She would chase
Oh
Cloudy.
right.
She would chase Cloudy. Cloudy would go under the coffee table. Ginger Snap would go after her, get stuck at her shoulders. And when I pulled her out, she just gave me this dumbfounded look like, well, Cloudy did it. So we didn't really have a dog. We just had a 60-pound cat that barked at the mailman.
I don't know what it is with purebred chow and me. I have never met one that liked me or didn't bark at me, didn't growl at me, didn't try to bite me. Something about the way I smell, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Actually, chows usually attach themselves to one single person and will tend to really not like anyone else getting close to their person. The one we got, we were told was a purebred, but I wasn't buying it. I'm pretty sure she was probably like a chow spitz mix.
Well, the way I was taught way back in the day is they've got a purple nose or a bluish nose, and their tongue is spotted, and then they're a purebred. Apparently, apparently.
Well, the purebred one's supposed to have a solid black tongue. And that was one of the things with Ginger Snap. It was kind of marbled. It wasn't solid black. It was like half and half. Also, she got to be 60 pounds, and chows aren't supposed to get over 50. couple of other, just traits about her that didn't quite fit the breed.
Okay.
I also don't think anybody would have given her away for free if she was a purebred.
No, probably not. No.
So,
You're
that's why I was immediately suspicious. You do.
Oh, hey, Salty and Glenn. I mean, y'all are free to join if you want to.
Yeah, the side chat's been really quiet since I came in. Did I shut everyone up?
Nah. I don't really. My streams are like small. People watch them later because they think they'll find something interesting, quote unquote.
Yep.
But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just me. It's just me rambling. I mean,
Yeah, that's how mine went the first couple of years. I'd only have 2 or 3 people watching, but, after a week or two, there'd be 10, 12 watches.
well, apparently,
Oh, there we
according to StreamYards, what it's telling me right now, if it is accurate, there are 3 people watching. And the most I've ever had is like 15, I think, at once.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, there we go. Excuse me.
sure.
Oh. So what you
Oh,
drinking
hello,
tonight? Huh?
hello, Ramen. Oh, I'm
Oh,
having beer. I'm having beer, and I'm smoking my skull bomb. You've
I
watched
never.
Game of Thrones. You watch Game of Thrones, right?
No, I don't. I never have.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, what was you gonna say? My bad.
No, I'm just saying I don't drink beer. I've got a hard lemonade, which is the closest I'll ever get to beer.
There's a thing called twisted tea. Have you heard
Yeah,
of it?
I've tried
Okay.
that. Not my thing. Of course, I've got
Okay.
my own version of that. A drink I think I should get a trademark on. I call it Dragon Ball tea. It's my
Dragon Ball.
it's my own custom brewed iced tea with a
Mhm.
double shot of Fireball cinnamon whiskey.
Well, hello.
Yeah, it's really good.
I used to get the Fireball whiskey and put it in my coffee in the morning, but I quit drinking coffee because it was starting to make my stomach rock. I guess I don't know. It
So now
hurt.
you just have
I'm
a cup of whiskey in the morning?
just. No, I have a cup of tea. I have Earl Grey tea with a little bit of Fireball whiskey.
Yeah, I've never liked coffee either. I've always drank tea, and that's my main thing is that I hot brew the tea, but then I put it in the fridge. So drinking my
hmm That's what I
drinking
do.
my hot
Yeah.
brewed iced tea all the time. Hey. Oh,
Well, have you ever had sun tea?
yeah.
They
Oh, yeah. I
brew it.
used to make that.
Yeah, they brew it in the sunshine. They
Yep.
don't use no kind of teapot, no kind of shit like that. They brew it in the sunshine.
Well,
Yeah.
I do that, but here I only have a north-facing window, so I don't really get enough sunlight to do that.
Oh,
You don't need to eat the fur out of the brush.
okay. But
He's got a
hairball.
Yeah. He's got a
But a
thing
hairball.
about yeah. That's the
Go
thing.
ahead.
He's got a thing about eating all of his loose fur, and then he's going to spit it up a couple hours later.
You can go
Yeah.
do that cat thing. Yeah.
Yep. You know, and there's no reason you need to do that. Oh, but yeah.
But my instinct My instinct is telling me to tell. Oh,
Well, he just loves to be brushed. That's his favorite thing in the world. So he goes a little nutso every time I pull a brush out.
well, that's what Pepper liked because he was that long-haired kind of Dotson, and he liked for you to brush his hair out, especially on his belly. Oh, he loved that shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sammy just wants his face brushed. I'm trying to brush all of him to get the loose fur out, but he's always twisting around because he just wants it on his cheeks and chin, and he doesn't care about me doing anywhere else.
oh, what amazed me was how much fucking hairballs and matted hair and just loose hair that I would get off of Pepper. I
Yeah,
was like, shit, you're not shedding that much, are you? He looked at me like, yeah, I guess I am.
yeah. Petunia's a long-haired cat, and it's just continuously coming out of her. Of course, she's a big girl. We think she's like half Maine Coon. She's nearly 20 pounds.
Right, right. Well, I mean, when I got Pepper, he was a skinny little fuck because he had to fight for his food. But when he got here with me,
Yep.
and I'd give him like half a can of tuna, fuck man, he'd suck it down like he was trying to get away from it. He
Yeah.
would. And then he gained a few pounds. I'm just going to say he gained a few pounds. But it didn't stop him from getting around outside until, he went blind and
Yep.
all the other good shit. So.
Yeah, I won't have outside cats anymore. I've lost a couple of them that way, and the last one was just too much for me. Guapo, I heard the fight, but before I could find him, it was too late. A group of raccoons had ganged up on him.
Well, see, that's why I wouldn't put a dog or a cat outside around where I live because we've got raccoons and
Yep.
we've got possums and we've got snakes and so
Yeah.
I'm not going to put a dog or a cat out there.
Yeah, everybody thinks raccoons are cute, but they're very opportunistic. And they will go after anything they think they can take down. And they generally travel in groups. You'll see them alone when they're scouting. But when they start making that chattering sound, it's saying they found something and they're calling for the rest of the group to assemble. And then there's going to be 5 to 8 of them that are all traveling as a pack.
Mhm.
So, they'll take down cats or dogs, if there's enough of them. Raman's talking about black cherry wine. Oh, and
And
Fish Nerd has
squirrel.
been hiding.
Yeah, and squirrels. Undead Ramen's talking about squirrels.
Yep.
Yeah, squirrels are bad. They are. But anybody can come up here by clicking the link, and I will let you in. I am not a hardcore asshole yet. I'm just an asshole.
Nah, I don't think so.
Ah, you need to get to know me better. I'm just saying.
Swamp Waters? Fish Nerd, are you living in Gator Country?
Bring up whatever you want to. Come on up here. Go being scared. What am I? I'm not that intimidating. I try not to be.
Oh, it's a party beverage. Okay, what's in it?
He won't come up here and tell us. He's got to type it in chat. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Fish, that was my excuse before he started the chat, so you get in here too. I'm giving up an extra hour. You can too.
Yeah, come on in. Come on in, Fish. Come on in, Ramen. Come on. I've
Yep.
seen you on panels before.
My
I
goal
like
tonight had been to be in bed half an hour ago. Oh.
Wow. Okay. Well, fair enough. If you're waiting for sleep to take you over,
Yep.
you can't command sleep.
No.
Come and do your thing.
Lime
That's just,
vodka, triple sec, apricot brandy, and lime Kool-Aid. Okay, that sounds actually not too bad. I only have one experience with Kool-Aid as a mixer. That was kind of a mistake, but I'd give that a try. After one of my sister's party, I found a pitcher of cherry Kool-Aid. Apparently, that was when they had run out of all the mixers and they need something to use up the rest of a bottle of vodka. So that pitcher of cherry Kool-Aid was like about a third vodka. And I took a swig of it not knowing what was in it. First thing
oh
in the
no.
morning. Yeah, first thing in the morning, I took a swig of it. And like, oh, fuck.
I may have made a mistake. At least I should have brushed my teeth first. You know what I mean? You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
You can't command sleep, but you can drink it down with Benadryl. Yeah, I don't sleep well, and believe me, I have tried all sorts of combinations of medicines. Unfortunately, there isn't anything that I can get without prescriptions that the doctors don't like to write.
Well, now, if I can tell you a little secret that might go out all over YouTube, but I'm going to tell you a secret anyway. Do you smoke? You told me no once.
No,
I
no,
think.
I've never smoked.
All right. Well, is there a dispensary anywhere near where you live?
Oh, the stuff just became legal just at the beginning of this month here.
Okay.
So I haven't
Well,
figured out where you can buy it yet, but supposedly there should be.
should be like a tobacco store. If they don't have dispensaries set up yet, it might take them a couple of years. It should be tobacco stores, but find you some edibles that are sativa based. They make you hungry. You'll like eat. You'll like, goddamn, I'm hungry as shit, and then you'll want to go to sleep
Okay,
after you eat.
sativa. Yeah, I
Yeah,
knew there were
sativa.
certain. I knew there were certain strains that are supposed to help with sleep.
Hmm. It's sativa strains. They're
Yeah.
dark green. They're not the light green stuff. They're the dark green stuff.
Well, there are some places around because actually a couple of years ago, they had legalized the CBT, just nothing with THC in it.
Right.
So I expect that those places are probably selling the regular weed now.
Well, it has been legal in Virginia, which is my state, for 2 years now, and they used to be able to sell it in the tobacco store. Excuse me. But now, as of July 1st, you can only sell it in a dispensary. And there's a few around here, which I can see why they did that. A, it's cleaner stuff. you're not going to get that shit like you would buy off the streets. That everything's laced with fucking fentanyl now.
Hmm.
And B, they get their tax money from it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, whatever works.
I know there
So,
were a couple of dispensaries around because it was something that you could get with a prescription.
mm-mm.
So I'm not sure where people were taking the prescriptions to get it.
Well, in Virginia, it's a recreational state now.
Yeah,
You
well, it's
don't need a
recreational
prescription.
here now. Yeah. Well,
Okay,
that
yeah,
that
you don't.
just went into effect August 1st. That you can get it now. Anybody can buy it.
Okay, well, yeah, and yeah, you don't need a card or you just prove you're over 21, which I've had to do several times. I'm
Yep.
like, really? I'm like, really? I'm great. I'm this gray, and you're going to ask me? Well, we have to ask everybody, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I get that they can't do anything, that would risk having their license pulled.
Oh, exactly.
So it's just best policy for them to ask absolutely everyone.
Well, see, the thing is about my nearest dispensary is it's about a half a mile from the state border, and if you cross the state line, it is totally illegal there. There's no medical, there's no fucking recreational, there's no nothing. If you get caught with a joint in the next state over,
Yep.
$1,000 fine, spend a
Well,
month in jail.
even if it were legal in both states, carrying it across the state line is still a federal offense.
That is true. You are exactly right. And the feds could come after you.
Yep.
Yes, they could. Yep. Well, as my understanding of how the law in my state goes now, before July the 1st, you could grow 4 plants as long as you couldn't see them from the road and you could not sell it commercially. After July 1st, well, now you can grow up to 10 plants and sell it to the dispensaries, or you can grow like a whole field of hemp, which is a whole different animal from marijuana.
Yeah. You mean the hemp, like just for making rope or cloth?
Yeah, like the 10 foot tall plant that's like got maybe a foot of seeds and stems at the top of it, but it's a whole
Yeah.
stem. Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, because the stuff that grows the long, strong strands then doesn't have any THC to it. Or, very little. It's just trace amount.
If you smoke that shit, you're gonna get a headache. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just warning. Yeah.
But hemp cloth is great.
Oh
Somewhere
yeah,
around
me
here,
and
I've got a backpack made of hemp.
well, we have been discussing it on the farms where we grow pumpkins and
Hmm.
fucking cabbage and corn and shit like that. I said, why don't we just grow hemp? And dude was like, huh? I was like, yeah, huh?
Yeah.
So he's considering it for next year. So
It
we
used to
might
be.
just have, yeah, we might just have a bunch of hemp fields up here.
Yeah. Well, if you can make a deal with somebody who can make it into cloth, you could have quite a lucrative business.
Hmm?
It used to be really common. People don't realize that right through World War II, most of the army tents were actually made of hemp.
Hmm?
The military relied on it quite a bit.
Well, they keep talking all this shit about the founding fathers did this and the founding fathers did that. You know what the founding fathers did? They grew hemp.
Yep.
That's
Okay, fish nerd.
the
I hope you get good night's sleep.
you
Uh,
won't be back. He's saying he'll be back. He
Well,
won't.
I rarely sleep more than 2 hours without waking up, so I know, what a good night's sleep is really worth.
Mm, me too. I'll sleep 2 hours and wake up and have to go to the bathroom, come back, lay down, sleep another 2 hours, have to wake up, go to the bathroom, come back, lay down. So it's broken sleep. It's not
Yeah. Well,
solid
when
sleep.
when I wake up, it often takes me an hour to fall back to sleep again. So I'll be in bed 10 hours just to get 4 or 5 hours sleep.
Shoot.
It's gotten a bit better now. They finally gave me some drugs to kind of tone down my anxiety a bit, so that's helping. Of course, they started me
Okay.
on the drugs and it wasn't doing anything, so they did the blood tests and realized they had to like triple the dosage of everything. My system seems really good about filtering things out that they have to give me a dosage that's like 2 or 3 times what somebody my size should need before it's got sustains the level, the blood levels that they're looking for.
Mhm.
So now I can sometimes, get 4 hours in a solid block.
Well, I mean, if I can get 4 hours in a solid block without having a goddamn weird dream,
Yep.
then that's something. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I know about the weird dreams too.
Oh, hey, Christine. Come on up here if you want to. Click on the link. Come on. But yeah, I've had many, many, many fucked up weird dreams.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the backside of me sleeping longer, is I'm finally getting to having more dreams, and a lot of them I can't see faces or anything. I can't really make anything out. But I can tell that this is like just dredging up things from my childhood that I've forgotten about.
Right, right.
So then trying to make sense of that.
Well, the thing that fucks with me about my dreams is somebody will hand me a book and I can't read it.
Ah,
The writing's not right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The
that's
writing is
actually
like
normal.
screwed up. Yeah.
It's
I
a
don't
very
know.
rare thing for anybody to be able to read in a dream. Aye.
Well, I mean, they would hand me a book. I'm supposed to understand this book and what it says. Nope.
Yep.
I'm like, huh? Well, I'm going to go fetch a beer and let a beer out. Um, can you hold down the fort? Or, I mean, if you need to go, that's fine too.
Yeah, I should probably head out.
Okay. Well,
So,
thank you for showing up.
yep. Yeah, we'll catch you around. Bye bye.
I'll be around. I'll be around. Hopefully. Hopefully, I'll be around. But, you know, anyway. Yeah, I'm going to go fetch a beer and let a beer out. And I might make something to eat, but it shouldn't take long. Thank everybody for showing up. Anybody who wants to hop in can hop in. I will hear the boop when I get back. So give me a minute. Shit. Well, okay, I'm back. Still got one person watching. Yeah, funny. They'll leave, and then they'll come back, and then they'll leave, and then they'll come back. No, I appreciate everybody who showed up to listen to me talk about my bullshit. Oh, I ate. I'm making. I am making a chicken and bacon and buttermilk ranch sub right now in my air fryer. That's what I'm making. So if you hear a bunch of boops go off, that's what it is. My air fryer is done. What are you stressed out about, Ramen? Well, not no. What are you not stressed out about? That would be a better question. But what are you? What's got you stressed right now? Do I need to hit my bowl? I probably should hit my bowl. Well, bring your ass in here, Ramen, and tell me about it. Instead of just sitting in the side chat going type, 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 type. Oh God. They showed the commercial for the Flash movie. I guess I gotta watch it now. It's coming on HBO. I ain't paying for that shit. No, because it's not good. From what I heard, the Flash is not good. Boop. I don't have one of those rotisserie air fryers. So in about 5 minutes, I'm going to go flip my sandwich over and see what happens. And then once it's done, I'm going to put jalapenos. I'm going to put onion on it. And I'm going to put mayonnaise on it. So there you go. But nobody wants to join me, so we'll just have this little bit of a conversation at the end of my stream. Ramen, calm your fucking self down, okay? It ain't worth getting that worked up over. It really isn't. It's comic books that they've decided they're going to turn into movies and try to make money off of. Yeah, good luck with that. They've tried that before. All of my Saturday morning cartoons were DC and Marvel. You had the Super Friends, and then you had Spider Man and his amazing friends. And then sometimes you got a Thor cartoon, and sometimes you got a Doctor Strange cartoon. Sometimes you got a Flash cartoon. Sometimes you got an Aquaman cartoon. None of them were good. None of them. Yeah, Aquaman and Aqualad, that was the shittiest cartoon I have ever seen. They rode seahorses. What the actual fuck? Well, now I'm not going to shit on the Aquaman movie where Jason Momoa played Aquaman because Jason Momoa. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to shit on that. A little too much CGI. Other than that, it was a good movie. I liked it. I liked the first Wonder Woman. I thought that was a good movie. I watched the 9 hour version of fucking Justice League. Okay, he did a better job than Joss Whedon did. The dude that made the 9 hour version, yeah, I liked it. I did. I didn't watch it all at once. I watched it in pieces, like episodes, like TV show. I think there's 7 parts to it. I don't know. Each part is like 2.5 hours. Better graphics. It does have better graphics in it. And if you know anything about comic book lore, um, after Superman died and came back, he had this black suit that he wore, this black Superman suit. It concentrated the sun's rays to make it to power him up. And in the extended, elongated, goddamn, however many part version of Justice League, he puts the black suit on after he comes back to life. I thought it was pretty cool. That's just me. Because it's the black suit, the suit is black, and all the Superman uh, stuff, like the S on his chest, is silver. Everything else that isn't black is silver. What do they call it? Adornments, I guess. I guess is the word. I don't think. Well, I mean, it's long. I mean, you've got to. You get. It's like episodic. You can watch part one and part two, and then watch part two and part three, then watch part three and part four. However many parts there are to it, I forget. But it's better. It is better than the original Justice League that Josh Whedon did and released to the theaters. It is better. It's just a lot longer. Ramen, get your ass in here. If you don't get in here, I'm going to end this and, go eat my sandwich and drink a couple more beers, finish my bowl, and go to sleep. If no one else shows up, that's exactly what's going to happen. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go uh, put my air fryer timer on for 5 minutes. And if nobody shows up, then I'll end it. And like I said, I'll drink a couple of beers, eat my sandwich, and smoke a bowl and go to bed. So how's that for an ultimatum? Well, okay. Good night, everybody, then. Hope you have a pleasant weekend. I may be around, I may not be around. We shall see.